These are 5 reasons why paying off your home loan the faster way is not the fastest way to generating wealth, and actually finding the slowest form of paying off your mortgage is the smartest and fastest way to generational wealth. And yes, this is an unpopular opinion. Again, this is not financial advice, and I know there's a lot of videos out there on TikTok by mortgage brokers, financial advisors, yada yada yada, that go, oh, these are the fastest way to pay off your mortgage, yada yada yada, clickbait, all that stuff. I am a contrarian. Remember, a fish swims against the stream. Only a dead fish goes along with the trends. So the question I have for you is, do you want to swim with the current, which is a popular belief, or swim against the current? And I'll tell you how deep this salmon hole really goes. And make sure to stay to the end of this video where I drop my last reason, and you decide whether you're a dead fish or a smart fish. Okay, so most of my followers would know this because they downloaded my book or bought my book or got the Spotify or Audible version of my book, which is Keep Calm and Mortgage On. And I talk about this. So on page 97, I talk about this. It's called the Crisis Prevention Repayment System. And guys, you might be wondering, well, what is the CPR system? So that's the same question I asked my mentor back then, which is Debt Master. I was like, well, I don't get how this system works and how this all relates to the ocean of debt. So let me teach you. Point number 1 is the traditional way of paying off your home loan faster is the worst way for the bank to get you, which I will title point 1, leaving yourself vulnerable to the bank. And I'll give you an example. So say, for example, you have a house worth $1 million, hypothetically. You borrowed 80% against it, which is $800,000, HL for home loan, and you pay principal and interest, which is fine. So in 30 years, technically, you should pay off your home loan down to 0. But then, you're on TikTok and you watch these popular clickbait videos and go, oh, these are many ways to pay off your home loan faster, and this is a way you pay off. Now, I don't care what method that you watch, the way they told you to pay off your home loan faster. Basically, you just got to put more principal into the home loan. So basically, if your home loan is $800,000, you follow their method, whatever way, aggressive way, somehow your home loan is now $600,000 because you paid down the principal by $200K. Now, that's all good and fine when the world is rainbows and butterflies. But what about now when, we're going through high inflation, nearing 8 to 9%. The RBA is responding to that by hiking up interest rates. The cost of living is going up. Fuel prices, electricity prices are all going through the roof. And right now you have people thinking, oh my God, should I sell my home because I can't afford my repayments? You see it all over the news. And you have people like Mark Boris saying, hey mate, you should sell your home. Don't be embarrassed, just sell your home. And guys, I predicted this. I wrote this book in 2017. I said on page 14, I said, to let you know in a little secret, whether you like it or not, we now live in the midst of an upcoming global debt tsunami, which the media and finance experts are trying to pat down as false predictions. And this is more fearsome than the global financial crisis that hit us, where compared to it, the GFC in 2008 was merely a small tremor for something big and far more destructive that is quickly heading our ways. And that's why I added the subtitle for my book, Keep Calm and Mortgage On, from mortgage repayment to mortgage enlightenment. In 2017, when I wrote this book, page 19, I said, how do you survive mortgage repayments when the low interest rate cycle comes to its end on the full swing of the pendulum, where rates can now swing upwards? Can you survive your mortgage repayments when rates are up to 5.5%, 6 or even 7.5%? And this is how I saved thousands of my clients that read this book in 2017, which have high repayments now, but they don't give a crap because they have the CPR system set up. And I told all my clients, yes, use those popular methods to pay down your principal for your home loan, okay? But tweak it a little bit. Rather than paying the principal into the home loan itself to physically reduce it down, the principal, use an offset account using my CPR system. Now imagine this. You have Aussie Battler 1, so basically use some popular methods to pay down their home loan. Their home loan is now $600,000, but rates have gone up. They're still struggling to make repayments. So you have Aussie Battler 2, they still have a $800,000 limit on their home loan, but their offset has $200K. And Aussie Battler 1 goes to the bank and goes, look, higher cost of living, fuel prices have gone up, rates have gone up. I don't think I can make my mortgage repayments. And now my wife is on maternity leave. We have our 3rd child. But I've been a really good Aussie Battler boy, and I paid down my home loan by $200,000. As you can see, $600,000 owing. Can I access this $200,000 because I've been a really good boy just to help me out for this, 12 to 24 months? You know what the bank will say to you? They'll say, good old ma, fuck off. Good old ma means in Vietnamese, to translate it is, I'm sorry, sir, our bank's assessment criteria has gone up. Your income doesn't show that you can service that 200K withdrawal. And unfortunately, we have to decline the offer. Now, Aussie Battler 2, same situation as Aussie Battler 1, basically high cost of living and plus wife has a third child. But in this situation, because Aussie Battler read my book and followed the CPR system, doesn't need to go to the bank and beg on their bloody knees or suck an eggplant from the bank's executive to access to his 200k. Because using the CPR method, they park all the excess funds in the offset account and they can take this money out whenever they want. Yes. So even if he has no job, the extreme extent is that he has no job, he can still access the 200k to survive for the next 1 to 2 years. Because what's in the offset account is yours. If you put money into the principal, that's the banks. They decide to say F you, F off. But in the offset account, you decide the money because the money is yours. Legally, you can take it out whenever you want. And you can do this without submitting any mortgage application to the bank. So they don't need to ask you, oh, is your wife working? How many kids do you have? Get out of your business. But a lot of naysayers will say, well, if you pull money out of the offset account, your home loan repayments will increase. Yes, duh, dummy. A lot of these Aussie battlers over here that are struggling to make their mortgage repayments, they do have a job. They're just struggling with cash flow, guys. So they just need like a 6 to 12 months break. If you've done a good job by paying off your principal and you have about 200k there, I'm sure that can help you make your mortgage repayments and survive for 6 to 12 months. Because you got to remember, guys, in this high inflation, high cost of living phase of this world, cash flow is king. That means if you can keep your repayments going, it means to the bank your cash flow is going good. Whether you're taking money from the offset account, that doesn't matter. As long as you're making your repayments, they won't kick you out and force you to sell your home. And you know what, guys? Compared to Aussie Battler 1 and Aussie Battler 2, they are both paying off their home loans. This guy is paying off their home loan directly. This guy's paying off his home loan indirectly because he's got funds in the offset account. And the mortgage repayments is basically exactly the same. Same extra repayments, which I talk about in part 2 of my book, which helps you reach mortgage enlightenment. And I cover this extensively in chapter 5, To Survive You Must Learn to Swim. And I teach you the right strokes to swim in this ocean of debt, which is I call the right repayment styles. And that's the reason why I wrote this book. According to Sari Arison, which is Israel's richest woman, I foresaw the financial crisis. I get a message in my sleep in pictures and words. I understood that I have a mission and a role in ensuring human existence. I received a message that people will soon start to go crazy. All I'm saying, guys, is knowledge is power. Before you go and sell your bloody home, get yourself educated. And you know what's the most funniest thing? I know this is a long video, so if you're still here, congratulations. A lot of my clients who read this book, right, they tell me this thing. For the Aussie Battler 2 example, which my clients use a CPR system, their home loan limit is still $800,000, right? Because they kept all their funds in the offset account. But all my Aussie Battler 1 over here who paid off their principal down to 600k, their limit is 600k, right? With the same premise that both of these people are still paying off their home at the same speed by putting 200k, one in principal, one in offset. Remember I said same repayment? Well, here's the irony. The person on $600,000 versus the person on $800,000, this person gets a shitter rate versus the person who's on $800,000 because they have a higher lending, so the bank gives them a better rate. The irony in that, you pay off your home loan indirectly into the offset and keep your loan limit high, the bank rewards you with a higher rate. You're a good boy, good Aussie battler, you pay down your principal down to $600,000, the bank's like, you're gonna reduce loan amount, worst rate. Jump in the comments, let me know what you think. Oh, by the way, if you want to get my book, it's on my TikTok bio, just click on it. You can go get the Amazon hard copy version, or you can get the Audible or Spotify version. There is an audiobook and it's professionally narrated. Go get it, let me know what you think.